back. It is Monday the 21st?
Yeah.
21st. We are heading to Friday's food bank that was closed because of Good Friday. We are headed there. I hope everybody had a great Easter. We did. I was just downright pooped out tired on Easter. I had cooked for 2 days. I had started cooking on Saturday and finished up until a half hour before we had to go to the daughter-in-law friend's house, his oldest daughter's, Timberly's house. Because I had cooked everything except for one dish and the rolls that she had picked up. Because she makes hot lettuce. Now, if you don't know what hot lettuce is, it's some sort of lettuce cooked in bacon grease. Am I correct?
You break it up and then you pour bacon grease in it.
Oh, you break up the lettuce, you pour hot bacon grease on it, and you put the bacon in it, vinegar in it, I believe, and
spring onions.
And spring onions. Now, I like it, so she makes it. Me and Brittany like it. I think Brittany and I really like it. Like, some of the kids like it. I know Addie ate it, Aiden ate it, and Zini ate it.
I like the way my mom made it.
So, in fact, I picked on Britt about it because I forgot about it when we were putting out the food, and because I would have just ate some of that, because when I cook for days, I don't really feel hungry when the meal comes. So, Brittany, we got the food all out, and Brittany's like, "Mom, I thought you made hot lettuce." She said, "I did, but y'all didn't get it out." I'm like, "Oh, I forgot about it." Because I didn't see it in the fridge, but I didn't know what it was in. So Timberly's like, "You better get yourself some." I'm like, "I'm full." So I jokingly said to Brittany, I said, "You better get what you want, and then the rest of it's mine." So I was looking around for something to put it in, and I found a Ziploc baggie, and it was in a white old-fashioned enamel pot, and I get that plastic bag out and I just start putting it in there, and Pappy was like teasing her, Dan was like teasing her, saying, "Slow down, you're eating." Like, she was trying to eat what was on her plate real fast, and she all of a sudden she looks at the pot and snatches the pot from me. So it was a little friendly, good kidding around, bantering going on, and she snatches the pot from me. But last night, when I finally ate some in the evening for dinner, I took her down what was left in the bag. I took her down part of it and gave it to her. She's like, "Oh, thank you." So it was all fair and what's that? Fair and love and war. I don't know. It was all good. Brittany and I tease each other in love and war. I guess that's what it's called. In good fun. We tease each other in good fun. It's never in any meanness whatsoever, but we both got some hot lettuce last night. So, but I didn't get much videotaped on Easter because I was wore out tired. I told everybody I was going to come home, take a shower, and put on my nightie, and that's what I did, didn't I?
Yep.
I was tired. One of the grandkids came up yesterday and said, "What you doing, JJ?" And I said, "I'm cooking Easter dinner." And they said, "Why?" I said, "Because if I don't, who is?" And then a friend was over at Britt's house, and she said some sarcastic little funny thing in good humor. What, JJ doesn't want to come talk to us anymore. So I went down there to check on a ham that was in the oven, because I baked one of them yesterday. And I said, "Oh, somebody's got a problem with me, so I don't come around no more." And she just starts laughing. Faith just starts laughing. I said, "If it wasn't up to me fixing dinner for today," I said, "we'd be eating pizza." And Brittany starts laughing and said, "So true, so true." So there was a lot, I mean, everybody's always thankful. But I was tired. I feel better today than I did yesterday. But I did get I don't know if I started to say this, I did get the kids running out of their Mama Timberly's house. the great-grandkids running out of the house. At least the ones that wanted to come over and do the Easter egg hunt. They're getting older. And some of the kids did not want to come over. Because there was friends at Britt's house that stayed at Britt's house while we went over to her mom, Timberly's house. Because Timberly's Brittany's mom. And the only reason why they did not go was because the friend used to date Timberly's son, or Brittany's brother, and they don't. He was there, and it was okay. Enough said about that. Just use your imagination. Brittany's brother was at his mom's house, so just use your imagination. Okay, nothing super bad, but they just don't be in the same room together, okay? So, a couple of the kids, like one of Brittany's stepsons, he's older. He did not want to go to the Easter egg hunt. You know, he wanted to stay and play with his cousin, if that makes sense. Or friends. So, there was 5 kids for the Easter egg hunt. Ava was there, and of course Aiden, Addie, Zini, and Damien. So they had a good time.
Yeah, they all found an egg. They had to find an egg with their name.
Yeah, Mama Timberly did not make just one special egg. She made 5 special eggs. So that was nice of her to do that.
Yep, they got 5 big ones.
So yeah, every kid got the special egg. So, but today we're headed to the food pantry. This is the day before surgery. So we're heading to the food pantry, and there was one more quick errand you wanted to run. Save a lot to look at plants. One year we got really good vegetable plants at Save a Lot here.
You might not even have enough. You might have to go out and get them cheaper rate.
We were really, really surprised at what good vegetable plants we got at Save a Lot. Because we did, I think I put that video up. I have to go back and look. I think I did. We got that garden area tilled.
Yep. What we got, baby?
One Jeep coming. That's all I can see right now. Oh, a car coming. After this white car could go on my end, you're good for a minute.
Still good here.
Okay, go. But I'm going to let y'all go for a minute while we go do this. And then I'll show you guys when we get back to the house what we are blessed with. And then after I show you what we're blessed with, I got to wash a dog. Somebody decided to lay in poo-poo last night.
Her whole one sour head covered.
No, it's not that bad.
No, it ain't that bad.
She's got a little poop on her face.
Yeah.
But it's too cold this morning, first thing to bathe her. And he told me when we were about to leave. And we could have scrubbed it off of her for a minute, but she's probably going to crap in her cage again. It's just a little poop on her face in one little spot. And I'm just going to, and she needs a bath anyways, Moon does. So we're just going to bathe her when I get home. I need to bathe her anyways.
There's a certain spot around her neck she don't like to be bothered with. She'll bite you.
Well, I'm going to bother her, period, whether she likes it or not.
I don't know what the story is, but she'll bite you.
Because she's going to learn. I know she will. If I'm holding her a certain way to clean her cage when I'm dealing with her by myself, that dog tends to bite. She's going to learn not to bite, because I was raised with dogs, and I'm not mean to them one bit, am I?
No.
I am not mean to a dog, but I was raised with dachshunds, and if anybody knows the temperament of a dachshund, they are mean and nasty little fellers. Dachshunds can have a very, very bad disposition. I don't like dachshunds to this day. Every time Zuzu gives me major fits, because she's part dachshund and infant, I always say, that's a damn dachshund coming out of her.
Shorty, she wouldn't do that.
Yes, she does. You just laughed. You just laughed and said, surely she wouldn't do that.
She wouldn't do that to her mom.
But
now,
I am a firm. My parents.
She can't defend herself. You're gonna talk about her now.
Whatever you. But my mom and dad taught us that because they raised dogs. They bred them and raised them. That you should do anything to a dog if you own one, and especially if you get them from a puppy. So since I've had Aberdeen from a puppy, I touched you should be able to touch their feet, do everything to them. And I have noticed that Moon, and she's gonna be a big dog. She's a husky. I have noticed she's got a bit of a nipper thing when you hold her by the collars. You got to buy the collar a certain way. I have noticed she can get a little bitey. Well, she's going to stop that. Because I got to be able to handle my dog however I got to handle my dog. And like I said, we're not mean to a dog whatsoever. I'd give up my last meal to a kid first and a dog second if I had to. But again, Moon needs to be broke a little bit. We break her now, or she breaks us later. So we'll get that fixed. All right, we'll be back in a minute.
Traffic bad up here.
Maybe everybody's running out after Easter candy sale.
They're running out for them sales.
Yeah, after Easter candy sales. All right, in a bit, guys. Okay, you guys, we were at Save-A-Lot and we got our plants for the garden. We've been saving up a few dollars to get our plants because Save-A-Lot's got the cheapest plants to grow a garden. And Dan enjoys this, and this will feed lots of people because we give it away. And who knows, maybe if we get way too much, we talked about even giving some to the food bank. So yeah, we got everything from green bell peppers to mortgage lifter tomatoes to ambassador zucchini squash, a couple jalapenos, hot pepper jalapenos, to Andy the grandson asked for banana peppers, so we got a couple of them. So we ended up with 10 flats. And I don't know how many's in a flat. I have to count that up. I'll let y'all know later how many plants we ended up total. Because there's, I don't know how many, 3 plants in each little container. And I don't know how many containers in a flat.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.
12 containers in a 12 containers in a flat. But not all the flats are that big.
Huh?
Not all the flats are that big, are they?
Yep.
They're all the same size?
Yep.
Okay, so 12 containers in a flat, 3 plants. I have to get the calendar out. I mean the calculator out. I'm tired still. And let y'all know. So I'll figure it out.
5 flats of tomatoes.
So we will be planting these. All right, in a bit. All right, you guys, I just did the math. And if I did it right, we have 360 plants. Is that enough, Dan the man?
I'm going to find one more tomato plant.
And I don't know how many of those are tomato. But 360 plants.
There's 5 flats of tomato plants. So you figure it out. 5 flats of tomato plants.
Okay, let me put you on hold for a minute, and I'll figure that one out if he's right. Okay, hold on.
Yep,
okay, you guys, if I did that math right, it's 180 tomato plants. Is that the most you've ever planted?
Close, yeah. Close.
100. If I did the math right, if he's right, because oh my goodness, there's a lot of canning and dehydrating in my future. A lot. I mean, a lot.
Huh?
There's a lot of canning and dehydrating in my future.
in the future.
Yes. A lot of candy and dehydrating. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to think about it right now. Oh.
Do we get gas for tomorrow, or you got enough?
I don't know. You're looking at gas gauge. Think I enough to get down there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You probably have to get some later.
That's fine. Or we can get it on the way down. If we leave early enough. Because I don't know what time I'll leave the hospital. Alright, we're just talking about we got surgery in the morning. Alright. I will. Golly, that's a lot of plants. 360 plants.
Huh?
360 plants. Are you planning on planting anything today?
No. You can't get in that garden.
Oh, thank goodness. Because I told him I want to take it a little easy day. And I already know because of some, I got celery at the food pantry. And I know I ain't going to eat it. And I want to save it. I'll show y'all what I got at the food pantry when I get home. I don't want to go on Mondays, but I could not go Friday because it's Good Friday. So they said Friday people could come Monday. And I can still go Friday. And it was... Everything's a blessing, okay? Everything's a blessing. And I'm not saying I'm looking for the better day to go. It's just when you go certain days, there's less of some things and more of other things. Because it's just whenever people donate or stores donate. And there was less meat today. There was more produce, but less meat. There was more produce in some things, but less in other things, like there was less potatoes. And she was like, when she went to give me potatoes, she says, I only have enough for one of you, the box for you. And I said, no, we won't take them, leave them for somebody else. Because I know Brittany has a bag of potatoes and I have 2 bags of potatoes right now. And why take something when somebody else can use it?
And before too long, you'll have enough potatoes to come out to
Yeah. So I'm not going to take something I don't need. But I got celery because I've been wanting to get some celery to, and they had lots of celery. In fact, in the cold produce section, she said, you can have one of everything. So, in fact, she gave me some sort of hot pepper, and I said, I really don't know how to use, they're hot peppers. She goes, take them. They're not that hot. They got just a little bit of spice. And I said, I really don't do spice. She says, no, take them. Because she says, we have lots of them. So she must have got them Friday. And I did pass on corn. And she said, oh, it came from Walmart. It's good corn. I said, no, I'm going to pass on it. Because I just did that box. I did that box of corn we got from the food pantry on Friday, and it was bad. I salvaged as much as I could yesterday. I cut it up in 1-inch pieces. I shucked the whole box yesterday. Oh, and that was a job, wasn't it?
Yep.
And I salvaged as much as I could and made something like what's I guess called street corn. I boiled it and buttered it and put some like a Santa Fe type seasoning on it and put it back in the oven and roasted it a little bit for the kids for dinner. And it was good. It was good, but it wasn't the corn. A lot of it was bad, unfortunately. But like I said, I try my best to do whatever I can with everything I get from the food pantry. And the celery that they gave me today it's got to be done with, something's got to be done with it now. Because it's not as green as it needs to be, but I can dehydrate it quickly. And it will it'll take a little bit. It won't dehydrate fast, but it'll take a little bit. And I can get that dehydrated and put in the dehydrator, and I can use it in soups and stuff. So I'm glad to have that. So I'll get that going. But I'll show you guys what I got, because even the meat, there was slim meat, because I don't even think Brittany got meat. She got other things, but I don't think she got meat. And there was a choice between a breakfast item or eggs. And I have eggs right now. So I chose eggs, and I'm giving them to Brittany because there was no meat in her box. So I figured I'd give her eggs. So I got eggs to give to Brittany and her family. So I do that kind of thing, and they know I do that kind of thing, and they're okay with that. So, but I'll show you guys what I got at the food pantry when I get home. We're headed home now because I got to make sure I get the grandbaby off the bus. Because Brittany had to go with her friend Sam up to All Children's because Sam's little one's having something done today. And
bunch of teeth pulled.
Bunch of teeth pulled. So
they got put in, do something.
I don't know, it don't matter. But he's got to have something done. So somebody else is going to watch the kids today, so I don't have to watch them. Faith is going to watch the kids. But she can't get them off the bus because she's not on the bus list. And Zini goes to preschool, and they're very particular who gets the children off the bus. And I'm Mama on the list. I'm Grandma on the list. So I get to get Zini off the bus. So I got to make sure I'm home to get her off the bus. But I told Brittany I'd be home because I'm really going to take it easy today. So the only thing I got to do is put clean sheets on the bed because Dan's had to take this lovely soapy bath, shower every night before surgery, and we had to make sure clean sheets were on the bed. And the dogs have had to stay in the cage a lot if they're not out because don't want them climbing on the bed throughout the day. So we told the dogs, since we're gonna change the sheets on the bed, we told them they could get out of the cage a little bit today because it's rainy today, because they've been outside quite a bit.
They've been out
enjoying
all day, almost all day yesterday.
It was nice out yesterday. They could enjoy it. It wasn't.
Only Aberdeen and Bear wanted to come in because, like I said, it was a little too cold for them.
Yeah, they get chilly a little bit. I think it's a chihuahua in them.
Yeah, chihuahua.
So today's too wet and damp.
Yeah, we won't put them out. The dogs out today.
We told them as soon as Mom and Dad got home and pulled the comforter off the bed, because I don't want to rewatch that. There's no need to. I just don't want them on it. We would let them out, and then later I'll put clean sheets on the bed before we go to bed and put them back in the cage. But they just gave me that poor. Last night they were in the cage sleeping, and little Aberdeen Jelly Bean gave me that poor little sad eyes, like, Mom, let me out. They only have to do it one more night, just one more night. But I'll bring you guys back. And there's not, before anybody criticizes us for putting a dog in a cage, there is nothing wrong with putting a dog in a cage. It's those people who leave them in there 24/7 their whole life. That's what's wrong with putting a dog in a cage. They have the cage kennels for a reason. Sometimes you have to kennel your dog for a reason. And unfortunately, right now, we have to kennel the dog for a reason. And after Dan gets back from having surgery, there might be some times we might have to kennel him for a few minutes when we bring him home, especially if I have to do anything after post-op to clean anything or change a bandage or anything. I might have to kennel them for a little bit too. Especially if they can't stay off his leg. They may have to get kenneled, or they may have to go in the cage at night if they can't stay off his leg, because for some reason they like to be on his lap 24/7. So I don't want to hear anybody criticize or put us down for putting them in a kennel, a cage, because these dogs are treated better than some children are treated, aren't they?
Yep.
There are children that probably wish they could be our pets, because we treat our dogs like better than some people treat their kids. So before somebody criticizes us, our dogs have a better life than some children have. I can guarantee you that one. Unfortunately, I wish it wasn't that way, but it is that way.
I won't even let Susie off the lead.
I mean, Dan doesn't even like to raise his voice at the dogs. He leaves all the scolding to me. He makes me out to be the heavy when it has to have a heavy. Don't you? You do! You see that wink he does? Alright, in a minute, guys, because it's a bumpy road. In a minute. Okay, you guys, I am back. I'm going to show you what I got. at the food pantry. I got a package of turnips. I got a berry chantilly bar cake. I got a cheese Danish. Okay. I got a thing of celery. Ooh, that one looks pretty good. I got a pineapple. I got 2 packages of, they say Amish Farm chicken gourmet fillets, which I put in the freezer. Did I say pineapple? I got a pineapple, and I got one of these. They have a section that's got like, people donate like, they donate like soaps and lotions and candles and stuff. So my choices were, on this particular shelf was syrup, which I don't need syrup, was a candle, which I don't want to burn candles with Dan having COPD, and that and a couple other things which I did not need. So I thought I would try that Airwreck Pure thing. And when I showed it to Dan, he says, I've always wanted to get one of those. So I got that. So we'll give it a try. It says it has an automatic sprayer, so we'll give that a try. So we'll give that a try. Let me put you guys on pause and pull out some more stuff. Okay, here we are again. I got another thing of celery. I got a Caesar salad kit. Might fix that tonight. I got another thing of turnips. I got a head of iceberg lettuce. I got some fresh spinach. I got some poblano peppers. That's the one thing I didn't care whether or not I got, only because I don't eat spicy. I got some grapes, which I will rinse and start nibbling on. So let me put you on hold again. Okay, I got broccoli, which I'm going to be nibbling on some of this in a few minutes, because Brittany gave me a jar of ranch dip yesterday made with avocado oil. She said she was not going to eat it because somebody must have given it to her, because she does not do avocado. I believe they are sweet bell peppers. And then I got an acorn squash and a spaghetti squash. So hopefully these will keep for a couple days, because I don't know if I want to take time to do the spaghetti squash today, but I will make spaghetti out of it. Because if you've ever had spaghetti squash, you know what I'm talking about. It's really good. And it's great to make spaghetti out of it. So when I saw it, because there's only one, the woman says, do you want this? I'm like, yes, I do. So, and I think Brittany got one of these, and if she does not keep it, I will go down and get it, and I will use it. I gotta figure if you can dehydrate it or not. If not, I gotta figure out how to cook it, because it's been a long time since I've done anything with acorn squash. I gotta figure out what I can do with it. All right, there's more, guys. There's more. Okay, guys, I got some pumpernickel rye bread, and I've gotten this once before, and then I bought a loaf at Walmart, and I got hooked. So I like the one from Kroger the best. I'm actually going to, because I don't need to eat it right now, but it's a treat to me. I'm actually going to divide this up in 3s, put it in individual baggies, and put it in another Ziploc baggie in the freezer, so I can pull out a couple at a time. I like it with a garlic spread you get at Walmart in the bakery section. It's a little container of it. It's only $1 something, but I like it as garlic bread. And then I also got this bread here. It's called sandwich bread. It's 12 grain sandwich bread. Got that. I got some more powdered milk. Never can have too much of that. 1 pack of ramen chicken noodles, some puppy pads as they call them, a pack of premium white chicken. Great thing to have on hand, just to have it. You don't need to use it. Stock it up a little bit, because if there is going to be a food shortage, as some of the people on YouTube are claiming, this is a good way to save it over cans if possible, because you don't have to worry about the aluminum cans going bad. Some dried pitted plums. There was no other choices except for plums, and I don't mind them. I haven't looked up the health benefits to plums, but if they're like raisins, they probably got a lot of iron in them, but I'm not sure. I'd have to look up the benefits of plums, because I can't tell right now. But in a big old bag, a 2-pound bag of light red kidney beans. To me, they last forever. I put everything in white food safe buckets and seal them, and this is protein. This is one more bag. I mean, one more small amount. So in a minute, let me put it on. Okay, and this is the end of it. I got some brown long grain rice, and I guess I had 2 of these. Lady must have slipped me another one. I got a box of of cinnamon stick black tea. I decided to try, I know we're kind of picky about our peanut butter, okay? And that's one thing we're kind of picky about, is Jiffy peanut butter. But I got one to try it. It's from the food bank. If nothing else, I can make cookies out of it. So I did get a jar of peanut butter. I got a can of cream of mushroom soup. And this right here, this is really good spaghetti sauce, guys. The last 4 homemade pizzas I've made, this is not too spicy. It's kind of got a sweetness to it. It's not too tart. I put it on my homemade pizza dough and sprinkled just a little bit of Italian seasoning on it, and it's really good. I got a can of sweet cream peas. I got a can of yams. I got some collard greens, and I got some fruit cocktail. And that is the haul from the food pantry, and we feel very blessed to have gotten this today. I mean, they apologize for there not being a lot of produce, but there was a lot of produce. I guess they were talking about fresh in the, where the potatoes and that kind of stuff is. But to me, getting the turnips, because I guess people don't eat the turnips and stuff. Because she said, because when she asked me about the turnips, she says, will you eat them? Do you like turnips? Because nobody likes them. I said, yes, I'll take the turnips. Because I like them. I mean, it's a toss-up tonight to whether or not to make the turnips or make the Caesar salad. The Caesar salad won't last as long as the turnips will last. Hold on, I'm taking you guys outside. I don't know what I was saying because the dogs are making commotion. Like I said, they've been a little cooped up for the last couple days, so they're going crazy in the house today playing. But anytime we go to the food bank, we feel truly blessed, and there is something major I'm going to be donating to the food. I'll put it out there. I'm going to be honest with you guys. A while back when I was really, really sick, I'm 57 years old, and I had 2 kids, C-section. And if nobody wants to hear this right now, just close your ears or put it on mute for a minute. And when I'm done saying it, I'll wave like this, okay? You don't want to hear this thing about women getting older and having kids and your bladder not working right. So when you see this, you can start listening again. But when you get a certain age after having kids, and I'm heavier, sometimes you have a little tinkle problem, okay? So my insurance company or my doctor or something, I don't know how I got them, but I was sent these things so that if I tinkled, my little panties did not get wet. Well, I can't seem to get them to stop sending them. And I don't need them every day. I don't need them, okay? I do not have to wear that stuff all the time. I gotten so sick there for a while that I had to use them. And every now and then they send me a case of this stuff. And I do not need them. So I talked to the food bank today, and they do hand that stuff out. And rather than for it to go bad, and I think I finally got them to stop sending them. And I tucked away a pack in case I need them down the road. But they said they would greatly appreciate them. So they said that's how they get those who are in need. So I will be donating those to the food bank. And then, like I said before, when we have too much and I can't can it all, rather than the garden go, because this, okay, you can hear me now. Dan loves to garden. This is his thing he looks forward to every year. This is his passion. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't do recreational drugs. He doesn't buy anything else throughout the year. But he enjoys a good garden. He enjoys growing it. He enjoys watching it grow. So we splurge and buy this stuff for the garden this time of the year. 2 years ago, we did go to a farmer's market and made back the money we did on the plants. We made it all back. And we were happy about that. And we also gave away a lot of produce that year. And I canned the crap out of it. And I pickled the crap out of it. I called myself the pickle queen that year. So I don't know if we'll make it to the farmer's market this year. All my pickling stuff is in Kentucky, so I do have to get it. My pickle seasoning. If not, I'll just order more because I'll go through it. But none of my jars are in Kentucky yet. If we have abundance, which we probably will because our garden's twice the size it was 2 years ago, we will donate. I'll ask them if they'll take garden fresh produce. But we will donate to the food bank. We talked about that coming home. I mean, we've been appreciative of what we've gotten and ate it and used it because Easter dinner. Well, I've been calling it Thanksgiving. For 2 days, I prepared food for the family. I think I told you already this. I don't know. If I did, I apologize. I'm going to tell you again. I made pasta salad. I made homemade yams, sweet potato casserole with sweet potatoes that came from a food bank, with apples that came from a food bank, and raisins that came from a food bank, and marshmallows. So that whole meal practically came from a food bank, other than the butter and the syrup and the brown sugar, but it was all homemade. And I don't think the pasta came from the pasta salad did not, because everything, the bell pepper did, and the onion did, and that. I made that. I made peach cobbler for dessert. The peaches came from a food bank. The flour did not, and the sugar did not. I made deviled eggs. I made big containers of deviled eggs because these people eat deviled eggs like they're going out of style. I baked a ham. What else did I make? I cooked for 2 days. Oh, I made corn. I shucked a whole case of corn, and I made string corn. Oh, I made string bean casserole, and all the string beans came from the food bank. And I made big pans of it, because it fed everybody. And I always make enough that there's leftovers for Britt's mom and dad and the kids that they wanted. We only brought home one helping for Dan last night because we eat a lot of leftovers already. And honestly, I'd spent 2 days cooking it. And other than a slice of ham last night and the hot salad, I think I talked about the hot salad, I really did not want leftovers. This time I did not want leftovers. I'm not too proud to eat leftovers because we eat it all the time. But after cooking the meal for 2 days, I really did not want leftovers. So, and they like the leftovers from the holiday dinners. So, maybe I might have taken a little more ham if I thought about it. But to me, the ham tastes salty because I don't cook with salt. But I'm thankful I did it because they all appreciate it. They always thank me and tell me that they're so thankful I did it. In fact, her brother Andy was like, every time he bit into like the sweet potato casserole, he's like, oh, he's like, this is so good. I might just have to take the whole pan home. Um, but normally I just do it with sweet potato canned yams and just the brown sugar, butter, and syrup and marshmallows. But one time, a long time ago, I did it with sliced fresh apples and raisins, and I like it that way. But I didn't eat any of it yesterday because when I cook for 2 days, when the food actually is finally done, I'm not hungry. Because I think as you cook fresh and you're tasting stuff as you're cooking it, you kind of not hungry when you finally get the meal done because you're tasting your food to make sure you're seasoning it right.
Ran out of table.
He's putting the plants out, and he ran out of table room. Well, you got 360 plants.
But that tell me tomato plants I got
180.
yeah, but I want 2 more flats.
Oh, he wants 2 more flats of plants. Brittany came out and saw them. He says, I said, there's 360 plants. She says, seriously? It's like, yes, seriously. I said, welcome to my hell. And I was joking about it because I know that this produce that we're going to grow is going to feed us, going to feed Brittany and her family, going to probably feed Sean and Harley's family, probably going to feed Sam and Faith and the kids. They're probably going to get some of it. Probably going to feed Brittany's mom and dad some, and her brother Andy. And we're probably going to take some over to his friend Lad, who used to live across the street from us in town. And probably going to go out to a friend of his who just lost her husband. And Dan was very good friends with her husband. He used to work for Jack. Probably going to go out to his wife, Linda, who is now a widower. Probably going to go out to his great-grandson, Landon's other papa and mama, too. It's going to go all over the place. This produce is going to travel. Okay? And some of it's probably going to go to Pennsylvania if we make a trip while it's still fresh.
It's going to go to Lad.
I said Lad. Yeah. Lad's friend across the street. We'll take bags of it over there. Because we got cucumbers, pickling cucumbers. We got 4 color bell peppers because that was my choice because I dehydrate bell peppers. And I'm down to this much bell peppers from last year. And I dehydrate it and put it in everything. So I got purple, red, yellow, and green today. I was excited because I dehydrate it, put it in a container, and I'll dehydrate the peppers I got today, probably. But I dehydrate them and I put them in everything. I put them in meatloaf. I put them in everything. I just sprinkle them in and put them in. I use them like a seasoning. Because that's one thing I put in my pasta salad that my daughter-in-law friend Kimberly, Brittany's mom, does not put in hers. She's like, what did you put in this? And I'm like, I put fresh bell pepper in it because that's what I don't put in. But because we were joking around, the kids came up yesterday and said, JJ, what are you doing? Brittany's daughter Addie came in and said, what are you doing? I said, I'm cooking. And she's, what are you cooking yesterday? I said, I've been cooking for 2 days, sweetie. And I said, if I don't cook, who's going to cook? Is your mom going to cook? She goes, no. And I think I might have told you all this or not, but I don't remember now. But Faith said, hey, you're not being friendly anymore. And I went down, and if I told you this already, I'm sorry. But I told Faith, I said, who said I wasn't being friendly no more? I said, because if I don't cook, y'all, everybody's going to get pizza. And I don't want pizza on Easter. Because I think their go-to is pizza whenever they don't want to cook. Pizza or McDonald's. And I don't want McDonald's. I'm sorry. I don't care for McDonald's. It's not even fine in a pinch anymore. To me, McDonald's is disgusting. I mean, maybe the chicken nuggets are okay. But, last time I had a Big Mac, I was like, oh, no. I told Dan, I don't ever want another one, I don't think. I got a kid peeking out. One of the couple of the kids is still out of school one more day for spring break. Yes, baby. Huh? I can't hear you because the dogs are barking. I don't see your dad. I don't know where your dad is. That's okay. Oh, hush. Stop talking. Oh. So that's what we did. I will put on the video because the only thing I videotaped on Easter yesterday was the kids running out of their Mama Timberly's house to go hunt eggs because I was too tired to videotape yesterday, guys. I was wore out. My arthritis kicked in yesterday and my ankles swelled up. And I told we stayed, had dinner at Timberly's house, but after a little bit of staying and visiting, I said, I got to go home. And I think I'm going to go home and take a hot shower and put on my nightie early. And I did. And I laid down on the bed until Dan went to take his shower because they give you this mitt oven, like an oven mitt type thing. It's a disposable oven mitt thing and a bottle of soap to bathe yourself in before you have surgery now. Okay. And that thing barely fits my hand. I don't have a huge hand. I don't think I do. I mean, I don't have a skinny hand, but I don't have a huge hand. I can wear a small glove, surgical glove, and I can wear a medium, and a large is too big. And Dan has a big hand. I don't even know how he would have got his hand in it. And he can't get his back because his shoulder, he's right-handed, and his shoulder's real bad. He can't lift his shoulder up. So I had to wash him down. I ain't complaining, okay? I ain't complaining, y'all. But I had to wash him down. So I told him, I said, when you get ready to take a shower, let me know. Because the only thing he can do is use shampoo on his hair. He has to shampoo his hair first. And then he has to wash his body down with the soap. He has to wash the surgical site. And then he has to wash his whole body. And then wash the surgical site. And then the buttocks last. You know, but it had to go between the toes and everything. So, and fingers and everything. So he says, if I ain't clean for surgery, I don't know what, because I made sure he suds up because I want to make sure he don't get any kind of infection at surgery time. So that's one of the reasons why I said earlier the dogs have been a little bit caged up, because once he's been sterilized, they're not going to touch him. So that's why they're enjoying being out of the cage. They can't be outside today. They were outside during the nice weather, but it's raining right now, so they can't be outside. But our little tiny house is open plan, so the bedroom's open until we build on the bedroom, which we will be doing here later. It's planned for this year. We're attaching a bedroom to the house. But right now, the dogs jump on the bed. Bear loves to climb in bed, and we cannot have a dog on sheets that he's got to sleep on for surgery tomorrow. And once he gets back, it'll be fine because the knee will be covered up, and he'll have a bandage on it, and we'll still probably put the dogs in the cage at night for a little while so they don't get on the knee at night. Unless he sleeps in the recliner because he doesn't want to roll over on that knee. We'll have to wait and see. But, you know, he starts physical therapy the day after he gets at home. So that way he can get up and move and get that knee going so that he will be functioning with that knee. But that's the plans as of right now. Oh, I have to wash the dog in a few minutes. So I will. Now I've shown you guys what we got. I'm going to end the video, and if something else exciting happens, I'm not going to have you watch me wash the dog because I think we're going to have a fight. I don't think Moon's going to, I don't know if she's going to like her bath or not, but I know I'm not going to enjoy it. But I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to say like and subscribe, and I'm going to tell y'all to live happy, be happy, and do happy things. Life is too short. And if you run into an unhappy person, just smile at them. Maybe they'll have a better day. And I will see you on the next video. Bye. The kids are about to hunt for Easter eggs.
Hey, Legos, you stop.
We got Ava, Zini, Damien, Aiden, and Addie. There they go, off and running.
You're all right. You don't know that. If they got a name on it, go get it. Don't look for the name, put it in there.
Pick it up. We'll separate it.
Get it. Pick him up. Here, grab that one now. You can pick it up. Lord have mercy.
If it's got a name on it, Bill, they're supposed to leave it. There's a tree right there next to their mammal timber leaf, and nobody has noticed the tree. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 eggs in the tree, and not one kid has noticed the tree yet.
On the other side of it. You did? Where?
Yeah, put it in there.
Whose name is on it? Your name? No, it didn't have his name.
Step it on it.
Right there in front of us.
All right, so Aiden got the golden egg. Now, he only got the golden egg because his name was on it, not because he's more special than the others. Damien just found his name.
All right. Okay. Oh yeah, you guys try to trick me.
I know where there's 10 eggs at. I know where there's 10 eggs at.